And the first venture we went in is KL. Obviously, because KL is very close to us. The culture is the same, the people is the same, and all this. So, very obviously, we want to go overseas. This is the first time we go. Then, the third phase that we go in 1980 something, that we started to go to Bangkok, but in a small way, and also Indonesia and Hong Kong, that is in about 85, 86. Yeah. After learning how to go to overseas and all this, now in 1996, we venture into Australia, and we set up the operation in Australia in 1996. And recently, in 2005, we set up operation in China, and of course, China is the newest place that we go to, and I think will be our next growth phase for us. Now, this is the operation, those countries that we operate in. We are selling some of our project over there. We're taking part of the certain project in various countries and all this. Okay, today we are the number one crane company in Asia, and probably, in terms of aggregate tonnage, number 8. And we are number one in terms of the number of coral crane that we own. And right now, after 2 years, we are number one in China, and top 5 in the world for owning the tower crane fleet. And right now people own property, but we own crane. We have coral crane and tower crane, which is about 1,000 units. But mind you, one of the crane probably can cost you about $500,000 to $1 million. So, 1,000 units, probably you're talking about maybe between $500 million to $1 billion. Okay? And this is what we do. We have 5 segments of business. One is the equipment sales, and we got this general equipment hire, and parts, and tower crane rental. That is only in China. And we got coral crane rental. This is our core business. This is we are very proud of, coral crane rental. No, this is only a little bit of advertisement for Tak Hong. Okay, when we talk about overseas, forget about neighbor country, Malaysia. I think everybody will go to Malaysia to invest here and there, right? Now, in 1996, at that time, our government also encouraged a lot of businessmen to go abroad, to find your own foothold, to go to the country that you're familiar with and all this. But I have to say, every business are different, and you cannot have one formula. Now, I am not an expert, right? But I only can tell you my experience. So, in 1996, our kind of business, I got only 2 places can go. One is China, one is Australia. By 1996, if I go to China, I got a problem because China are just coming up. A lot of regulation are not sure. Financial system are not sure, banking system not sure, and all this. But our kind of business, is a rental business and all this. Chinese like to own thing. Everything Chinese always want to own property, own car, own a house, everything. You call them to rent, they don't want. So the only place that we should probably at that time consider is Australia, right? So this is the first thing that we think about. And also Australia is a more mature market, right? And the rental business in Australia are quite sort of popular in all this because Aussie, they don't like to own asset. So we think that, you know, within China and Singapore, in Australia, Australia will be a better bet for us. So we select Australia. Now, but Australia culture and Singapore culture definitely is different. You know, when you go there, a country, you want to sell our own, it takes you a long time. And we find that Australia, we are able to buy company or acquire a company 100%. Now, a lot of time, because Australian, they have people, they sell out a company and reach a certain age, you know, they want to relax, right? And they want to find a partner or somebody to sell away their business and all this, right? But the good thing is, because they have a good system, right, they are able to actually have a system in place so that the next one who buy over can actually carry on with the business and all this. So Australia is very important for us to look at it, that, you know, if I want to buy a business in Australia, normally I will buy, you know, a business with professional people running the business and all this, you know. Now, it's very dangerous for us to go and buy a business where the owner are running it. Then who's going to run for you? Because, you know, being an Asian, first thing you go there, you're going to face a lot of problem, you know, for them and all this. Because whether you like it or not, they still like the white man to run the show. So we have selected a company which is called Tat Brand, 1996. Now, we own, at the moment we own 70%, it's a listed company, now 30% is owned by public. But when we bought it, it's 100%. Now, we have a good management team in place for this company. You know, his company is run professionally. You know, it's a professional manager who run the company, and the owner is actually a British a group. You know. So what we want is actually tap onto their knowledge, to their expertise. Because, you know, we cannot go there and run it our own way, you know, because we don't know the culture, we don't know the people, and more so that because of the labor law, you know, that we're not familiar with. We never run this company by ourselves. We run it through our so-called Australian CEO. He's a white man, you know. They front for us, you know. But select these people is very important, because they know like Asia culture and all this, right? And what we want is tell them that what sort of business we want, and, you know, he will run for us. Okay. Now he run the business independently and all this, you know, without more or less interference from our side. Okay, because of the time I got to rush, you know, I don't want to talk too much. So the next joint venture we go to is China in 2005. 2005 we started in China, but China and Australia is totally different. You know, at that time we look at it in China, you know, the rental business are just starting up, and also the financial system are, you know, just in place. You know, but I saw the opportunity, the rental market, because they just start up. You know, for our business, a crane rental business, it's a huge market in China. But I saw the opportunity of the business there, because the banking doesn't allow to have, you know, so-called HP borrowing. You know, normally this type of asset, this type of rental business, just like a car, you don't buy car 100%. You know, you pay by installment. You know, being a rental company, you actually, you know, you pay only 30%. 70% you get loan from the bank. But at that time, China bank doesn't provide that facility. You know, so the rental market